studio. Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Welcome to The Quest.
Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of The Quest on Agidigbo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. Today, July 22nd, 2026. We are sorry we won't be able to bring you the fact check today because of want of time. We have two guests in the studios and they already are here. So next week, by His grace, we shall be bringing you the fact check. Welcome with me to the studio, Dr. Fasasi. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Could you please shortly introduce yourself to the people of your state?
Well, briefly, my name is Lukman Tunde Fasasi. I'm a lecturer, I'm a researcher, I'm a sociologist, I'm an educationist, and of course a public affairs analyst. I am the chairman of the Political Awareness Group, which is the political arm of the Muslim community of Oyo State.
That's PAG.
PAG. I think that's brief.
All right.
I'm a Nigerian and I'm from Oyo State.
All right.
So
that's fair enough, sir. So straight to the question of the day. The debate over the 2027 governorship has included calls from some groups for a governor of a particular faith, while others, including Governor Seyi Makinde, have argued that competence should take precedence over religion. In April 2026, Makinde publicly urged Oyo residents to reject religious politics and choose a leader based on ability, vision, commitment to development. What do you say to that, sir? Should in choosing the next governor of Oyo State, competence and character matter over religious affiliation or otherwise?
Well, I think we must be conscious of the antics of politicians. There is no way. When Governor Seyi Makinde was campaigning in 2023-19, he never relegated the issue of religion. Religion is a factor. We just may not deceive ourselves. Even in the advanced countries, it might be called a different thing. You could call it ideological stand. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a socialist or a capitalist or anything. You could call it Islam is for example, Islam is an ideology. It's one that talks about the ways of your life. Religion is not just a routine. It's not a ritual. So we should not reduce these things to the issue of religion and competence. You are making a mockery. You are denigrating the people who are into their different faiths as if they are not competent people. Religion would, it's one block, one truth through which you are able to even determine the character, the competence, the personality. So religion is about building your character. It's a form of culture.
Are you saying we cannot build character outside religion?
Well, you see, the question is, what do you call religion? How do you define religion? It's a way of life which is like a culture.
We may not have the time to go into that.
So when people now come about and say, no, don't use religion, that person is being smart by half.
So you are saying Governor Seyi Makinde is being smart by half?
I don't know whoever felt that it is wrong, because when they needed it, they met. Tell me any of them that had not met, even as it is. Now they are meeting. They had a special Juma service. If the religion doesn't matter, why do you, a non-Muslim, organize a special Juma service?
You've not directly answered my question, Dr. Fasasi.
I am not. What I'm saying is, let nobody reduce the issue at hand to that of competence versus religion. No. They are intertwined. It's like saying you want to discuss your head as if your head is much more important than your eyes, or saying the eyes is much more important than the nose. What makes up the entire face is you have your eyes, your nose, every part of your body, at least the face has.
In this
take
case,
away
Dr.
the eyes,
Fasasi,
you don't see.
In this case, for Dr. Fasasi, religion can be separated from competence and character. Do you agree?
I don't.
Why not?
Because I'm a religious person.
So you cannot separate religion.
I am saying for every person to say, I am a godly person, I'm a religious person, I'm a pastor, I'm an imam, that person must first pass through some set of tests. That person, for example, in Islam, that person must be trustworthy. It's called amana. So that person must also be just and fair. In Islam, for example, because I'm going to speak as a Muslim, that I know, I speak for the Muslim community of Oyo State. Now, what I'm saying is that as a Muslim, one, you have to be able to render your trust. Two, you must be somebody whose character is not in doubt. Three, you have to be just. Four, you must understand the issue of the rights of individuals. It's about what is the constitutional provision. You know, when you are not talking, you are now saying.
Thank you for mentioning constitutional provision.
When it is the time for a group of people to push their right, it is then when you wake up. That means is that when you wake up and you now say no, religion should not be an issue. If it's not an issue, why every person that you have picked in your cabinet must have passed through a test of character?
But constitutional provision, Dr. Fasasi, recognizes religion, recognizes competence and character, but not as not
they
together.
Are not mutually exclusive. The way we're saying, I'm saying that
that's your opinion.
That's not just an opinion. That is the real understanding of the concept. We should not subject ourselves to manipulation by the politicians. I know them too well. I'm not a politician. I'm an analyst. But when it is time, the implication. I'm a sociologist. The implication is that you are doing exclusivity. You are saying that competence belongs to a section of people who are more than 50% of your population. It questions your own competence too as a leader.
Governor Makinde, as to some persons, performed well.
I'm not talking about his performance. I'm talking about the rights of a section of the people who are demographically strong enough.
Do you agree that he has performed well?
I'm not going to do that here. I'm not judging.
And I want to give you a successor.
You are not. In fact, that is imposition.
How is he in position?
Look, tell me which primaries do they hold?
I'm just nominating someone.
Why should you? That is not good in body parties. That's not democratic.
To follow my legacy.
Which legacy are you saying every other Muslim in your party or in your government is anti you?
I'm looking at competence and character.
Competence for somebody who joined your party less than 2 years ago, and there are no Muslims. If you look in Islam, it is unjust for you to say now it is time for this segment. It is like, look, are you saying it is out of place for some people to say power should even shift from Ibadan? It is not. It is what is important to everybody is not too important to me. What is important to me is the right of my Muslim brothers. Without trample on the rights of the Christians, you can't do that in Islam. That is not Sharia. You don't give a dog a bad name just to hang it. You come on here, tell us you are pushing competence. Who has said that we saying that Muslims must become governor? Who are saying that we are also against competency? Who are saying you say go and bring a dump? This is a state of intelligent people. This is a state that has the first university in the country.
Let's leave Oyo State a bit. President Muhammadu Buhari was succeeded by another Muslim president in the person of Tinubu. What do you say to that?
That was a party thing, and that was a national issue. Today, let me tell you in all honesty, people were afraid. Call the leadership of CAN whether they are afraid to have had the so-called Muslim tickets. And you can take a statistics of all the appointments made by Tinubu. Go and look at the percentage of certain Muslims from there.
That reminds me. So we invited CAN, but they are currently not. Their representative is not around because he's not in town. So in 2 weeks, by His grace, it should be here. So you can continue, sir.
Okay, so when you are talking about that national thing, I think at that time what was prominent in the minds of people was north-south issues, the bipolar thing, and it was who comes from the north, who comes from the south, and it sounds morally right that Tinubu, whose party was in government, who was the single largest financier of that party, the largest influencer of that party, who now came out. It was the party's decision, morality. I say, okay, if we are sitting in the south.
Can we apply the same logic?
Okay.
Here, it is the party's decision.
Don't forget that don't forget that Buhari did not appoint Tinubu. On record, it was stated that Buhari did not even support Tinubu. So I would have said, because Buhari openly said, I am neutral. We would have also loved it if you had gone to on primaries and your primaries would have. Why did you not go to primary? You would have gone to primary. Your primary would have produced people. I can mention names.
If Governor Seyi Makinde today says he is neutral and the party still appoints or nominate a Christian, would that be fair?
Look, yes, that might be fair, but we will
might or will.
No, you can't say will. I'll tell you.
If it is fair in the president's case, why won't it be fair?
No, which president?
President.
That was then. We are saying now in our state,
what makes it different?
In our own micro society, we are saying that we had a gentleman agreement. What you had as gentleman agreement at the national level then was about, look, north south, and what you have to now is north south, and we are doing our 8 years. Our 8 years. If Tinubu comes in again, after 8 years, we go back to the north. You can invite me, God willing. I will come here and defend the right of the north.
There will be another Muslim.
It doesn't matter. No, I don't know Benue people. I don't know Plateau people. Are all the Savaras Muslims? It is your choice when it comes to you. Okay, simply.
Dr. Fatasi, you and I know historically that when it comes to northern politics, it belongs to predominantly a certain tribe, and we know they are religious. They are religion.
See, it's like, did we anticipate that Tinubu? I don't know your definition. I'm not going to say he's not a Muslim or he's a Muslim. But the question is, did we anticipate the issue of that? Okay, if it comes to the south, it's like saying if it goes to Ekiti State, what do you have? You now say no, because if you go to Ekiti State, it must automatically be a Christian.
Dr. Fasasi,
it may not work.
Do you have a candidate for 2027 already?
I don't. All I want is
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the group you came to represent.
For the 2027 what?
Or your state.
A Muslim candidate.
Do you have the candidate already?
A Muslim candidate.
Do you have the Muslim candidate already?
Of course we have.
Who is the person?
We have in APC. We have in Accord. We have in SDP.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fasasi. So this shall be the size of the first segment of the show.
88.7 FM.
Ọmọlá travel and tour. Ilé iṣẹ́ tó ń kọ́ni ìrìn àjò lọ sókè òkun pẹ̀lú fọkànbalẹ̀. Ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run àtàlùbáríkà lójú. Èyí tó Ọmọlá travel and tour fi ń kọ́ni ìrìn àjò lọ sókè òkun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ látìgbà tó ti ń fàwọn ìkọ́ni ìrìn àjò lọ sókè òkun jẹun kò fọ́ máa lọ́wọ́ rí. Léyìí tó mú gbogbo ènìyàn lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Pẹ̀lú àlàálẹ̀ àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan tí wọ́n bá fún yín. Ẹ̀rù gbọ́dọ̀ bà yín má torí pé wọ́n gbàṣẹ́ gbòǹtẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ìjọba lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà àti lórílẹ̀‐èdè Amẹ́ríkà. Àtìlẹ́yìn àǹfààní tó wà lọ́dọ̀ Ọmọlá travel and tour ni wípé ẹ tún lè sanwó ọ̀hún díẹ̀díẹ̀. O ti wá fẹ́ lọ kàwé ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ìrìn àjò afẹ́ lọ sókè òkun láwọn ìlú bíi Amẹ́ríkà, Canada, Europe, Australia, United Kingdom. Àǹfààní tó ti fìdí kalẹ̀ sí iléeṣẹ́ Ọmọlá travel and tour. Ẹgbẹ́ra òdòlú iléeṣẹ́ wọn tó wà ní. Number 114 Ọmọlá Plaza Lẹ́kan Alabi Street, Àbáyọ̀mí, Ìwó Road, Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08079851232. Ọ́fíìsì wọn lórílẹ̀‐èdè Amẹ́ríkà. Locum Louisiana, United States of America. Ọ́fíìsì wọn tún wà nílùú Àkúrẹ́ ní Ọba Adéṣidà Road, ọjà Àkúrẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n tún wà ní Fákúnlé nílùú Òṣogbo. Ọmọlá travels and tour. Ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ìrìn àjò ẹ̀yin oníbàárà wa ló jẹ wá lógún.
Dropping a few, let the flavors flow. Watch every meal, steal the show. Terra, ooh, Terra. Aroma rising, filling the room, turning dinner's a joy to consume. Terra, ooh, Terra.
Terra Q or Rap Joy. Unleash taste.
ọ̀rọ̀ ìdìbò tó wà ńlẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo wa ni kò sẹ́ni tí ò kàn nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá kàn sáàsùn yóò kàn síbí ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá kogójì yóò kàn ọ̀ọ́dúnrún ohun tó bá kan abọ́yadé ti gbogbo ọlọ́ya ni gbogbo ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ò nílé lóko lódò lẹ́yìn odi nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ ni àbí lókè òkun àgbájọ ọwọ́ la fi sọ̀yà lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí o ká lè gba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ kalẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ jẹ́ a jọ darapọ̀ nínú àkójọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó ń fẹ́ rere ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ eléyìí tá a pè ní Oríyọmí Grassroots Mobilizer OGM káàkiri àgbáńlá ayé kò síbi tẹ́ ẹ̀ ti lè darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ẹ lọ sójú òpó ìtàkùn ayélujára tí ń jẹ́ www.oriyomigrassrootsmobilizers.com.ng ẹ forúkọ sílẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ gbogbo ìbéèrè tẹ́ ẹ bá ní ẹ béèrè ńbẹ̀ á sì dá yín lóhùn á dáhùn ìbéèrè yín láì fàkókò ṣòfò lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí www.oriyomigrassrootsmobilizers.com.ng lójú òpó wa OGM ọmọlúàbí pọ́nbélé ohun èèyàn lóhùn Ọlọ́run.
Akidigbo. 88.7 FM.
Welcome to the second segment of the show. I have with me in the studio Mr. Michael Ogunshino. Mr. Michael Ogunshino is the PDP Publicity Secretary and spokesperson for APM PDP Alliance. Mr. Michael, welcome.
Correct. Yes, good afternoon, and good afternoon to all of our listeners all over the world, and all of our viewers too. Thank you for having me.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let's pick up from where we left off with Dr. Fasasi. What do you have to say quickly? Because we have a lot of questions for you.
Okay, so let me genuinely say that Doctor was right in his opinion and agitation for a Muslim candidate to succeed Governor Sheyi Makinde, who spent 8 years as a governor. But then you see, I deeply believe so much in deep reasoning, and I'm sure that Doctor, after further engagements, after today, day before the engagement, and they would also come to reason with us that what we have done is the best, as in the best interest of the state. What is critical for us is that we're able to look beyond our primordial pedestrian sentiments and issues, and we don't want to start at the parochial level. What is critical for us is the fact that Oyo State has enjoyed good governance in its years, and Oyo State must continue that pedestal of good governance. We are blind to religion, we're blind to coloration. We don't mind if we are from Ibarakwa, Okiogun, Bomosho. What is critical is the fact that we want to continue on this particular good governance that we're already doing in Oyo State, and that's focus. It doesn't matter if you're a Muslim or a Christian, really, it doesn't. So what we just did was to find somebody who we are sure, we are certain that is very competent to continue from where Sheyi Makinde was stopping. That does not mean that we do not have persons who have, and this is not a way to speak less of the aspirations of other very quality persons in the GSM's camp. We have very fine Muslims in the GSM's camp who are also eminently qualified for that position. Our leaders, in their wisdom, have decided to go with Bimbo Adekombi, and we're very certain that it will be a better version of whatever.
Our leaders, or a leader? I mean,
our party leaders. Not our party leaders. It was not a unilateral decision. No. The choice to choose Bimbo Adekombi was not Sheyi Makinde's singular decision. Actually, it was actually our leaders decided. They sat down and they made the choice, and the choice is Bimbo Adekombi. All right, that's the truth.
All right, you've made your point. You are Oyo State PDP Publicity Secretary,
no doubt,
spokesperson for PDP APM Alliance.
That's fact.
How do we reconcile this? PDP, APM, PDP Alliance. Where exactly do you stand?
It's clear, according to what you just said. Very clear. I'm the Oyo State PDP Public Secretary. As I speak to you, even my position as a PDP PRO is in contention in the court of law.
I think it should be, which is why I'm asking this question.
I want to answer your question. When you ask me a question, let me answer you. Right? So, even my position as PDP PRO is being contended with in the court of law. So currently, everybody in the country knows that PDP, our political platform, our political party, is in a lot of imbroglio. We have issues from the top to the bottom of our political party. In fact, there's a wicked-led faction. There's a Makinde-led faction of the party now. As I speak to you a few days ago, there was a judgment as it concerns the PDP leadership in the federation. So it makes no sense to prosecute any election on the PDP platform now. Anybody on the PDP platform now is a joker. They're just wasting your time. So what is critical for us? What is essential?
That was why Arapaja left.
I don't know. I don't want to speak about that yet. Maybe we'll get there in the conversation. But let me just answer your question. So people can understand our context. So as it is now, what we have is the fact that all of us in the original uncompromised PDP, that we are not working for Tinubu in the PDP. You know, there's a Tinubu support group in the PDP led by Nyesom Wike and Oyo State, Azim Bolarumi. But then the truth of the matter is that the points we had
so
now...
So the original PDP is
the
who?
Uncompromised PDP.
The uncompromised PDP
yes,
is who?
The Makinde-led PDP. That's where we come in. So we don't want to take the risk of the court saying that we will not be able to fly candidates for the elections because of the court cases. We don't want to preempt the courts. We don't want to be at the mercy of sub judice. So what wisdom teaches us to do is to find a credible platform, a very clean platform for our people to go and prosecute the elections. After the elections, we come back to the table and decide, do we want to continue with the APM or want to go back to the original platform? After we must have won the election and they've sworn in our candidates.
Which structure are you using?
So it's simple. The PDP structure, the APM platform.
So that's very confusing. What do you mean by PDP structure,
So,
APM platform?
Let me
Can
explain to you.
APM build his own platform?
Okay, let me explain it to you. It's very clear. Michael Lugunshino, I will be campaigning for the APM at all levels, from presidency to state assembly. I'm going to be everybody who is compromised PDP. We are campaigning for the APM. So let me say it again. As far as we are concerned, there is nothing called PDP in 2027 elections. We are done with that particular.
There is nothing called PDP in 20.
No, there is nothing called. What we have now.
You just contradicted yourself because you said it's in court, so you cannot say there's something like.
No,
that's subjudice.
No, as far as we are concerned,
that's subjudice.
It's not subjudice. As far as
you're already preempting the court.
We are not prosecuting for your state. We're not prosecuting any election on PDP platform. It's clear. Do you understand? For your state or your state, we are not prosecuting on any election. So for me,
what if the court gives a judgment and it goes in your favor? Would you still not prosecute?
We are not. I can tell you for a fact, we did not procure form. None of our candidates procured form under the PDP platform at any level.
So Arakpaja procured form.
Arakpaja this morning is in the APC.
Because he doesn't want to be used as a
problem. He is in the APC.
Is Arakpaja's problem?
I don't want to speak about somebody who is in the APC. I speak for the alliance and the PDP in your state. He's in the APC and that's his problem. So the issue we have now, and I want for the purpose of reiteration and tautology, I want to say it again that for all of us in the PDP, Sheyimak in the PDP in your state, we're campaigning for the APM, and that is clear.
If the content of the vessel has left of a borrowed vessel, why do you want to carry the vessel along that doesn't belong to you? That would be tantamount to a theft.
No. As I speak to you, are you
why would you be using the PDP structure for the APM? Why can't you build your own structure?
Because
do you not believe in your structure?
Okay, because you're on here, I want to choose my words carefully, right? And because I also know that this station has a lot of listeners and viewers, I'm choosing my words carefully. And I'm sure that maybe the judges are listening to us now. As I've said that almost all of us understand that currently, as I speak to you today, 22nd of July 2026, the faction that INEC seems to recognize is the Tinubu-led support group in the PDP, the Wiki group. That's like the faction that INEC recognized. The wisdom in that is that it will be tantamount to stupidity if they are trying to now discuss with INEC on the possibility of what will happen at the court. Are we going to win? Are we going to lose? It makes no sense. So what is reasonable for us is that while we slug out the credibility or legibility of our EXCO in court, why don't we find a clean platform for all of our own candidates? Because one thing you must understand is the fact that Sheyi Makinde has performed creditably well.
Before we go to
and people are saying that Sheyi Makinde deserve to nominate and bring a successor. The people of Nigeria are saying it. They are saying
which people?
Of Nigeria. Nigerians are saying it.
Which Nigerians?
Let me explain it to you.
Which Nigerians?
I want to explain to you. I was somewhere earlier this morning, and then they told me that the Sheyi Makinde presidential ambition isn't a tall order. And then I'm saying that, you see, before I became PRO, Kiki, I was a youth leader for 4 years. I led the youth of this state for 4 years. And those particular 4 years, I was quite very active. I went to virtually all these states we have in this country. I engaged with my people across board. And when you go anywhere, they will tell you that, no, they came to your state. And then we see the beautiful work Sheyi Makinde is doing. I'm even going
no, it's not time for campaign. No, it's not time for campaign. You're campaigning already. I want to tell you. So that you won't pay fine. So that you won't pay fine.
I don't mind paying. So I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that so that we understand context, which is very important, right? And that
are you representing PDP APM alliance, or you are representing APM here?
Michael Oluwaseun, I'm speaking for the alliance between PDP and APM.
By your explanation and by your logic, there's nothing like PDP APM alliance.
Because PDP is in court. Is it not clear?
So why are you speaking on behalf of a case that is in court?
Because I don't want to commit subjudice. I don't want to preempt the court.
You should be speaking. You should be speaking for APM, not APM PDP alliance.
Okay. Like by your own admission. No, Kiki, by your own admission. What if the court favors us at the end of the day? By your own admission.
What if the court favors
the court favors our group at the end of the day?
That's left for you to decide. I'm not in your party.
So I'm saying that. So that is why our responsibility is not to completely abandon a home that we still believe that there's hope there. So I just answered your question by saying that after the elections, for now, our focus is campaigning for the APM at all levels, and we are very certain that our people are receiving our message. Once we are done with the election, then we sit down and decide: do we want to continue with the APM that has given us the privilege of creating platform for people to contest elections and win, or we want to go back to our natural habitat, the PDP? We believe that by then, all of this imbroglio and the court process and litigation must have ended.
So now let me give you the opportunity to continue on the path you've started.
Okay.
Why does the APM, or why should the APM produce the next governor for your state?
Wow. Okay, so really, let me tell you what I've been saying everywhere. We just finished our local government tours, and I'll use this privilege to thank people of your state that came out to receive our global candidate and our candidate at all levels. And one of the things I've been saying everywhere we've been going to is the fact that in 2019, we started a particular, we made a covenant with the people of Oyo State that we are going to move this state from poverty to prosperity. We made a covenant with the people that will not disappoint you. We made a covenant with the people that our politics will have human face. We made a covenant with the people that will be relational. We will be interactional. You will see us. Our government will be your government. And one of the things we've done in the last 7 years is to completely change the story of this state. I'm sure you have friends who will come from diaspora or people who are not from this state, and they will tell you that, come, can you borrow our governor? People tell me that, can Shema organize masterclass for other governors?
The story of this state, which is Oyo State is current, according to MBS,
yes,
Oyo State is currently the 4th state in Nigeria with highest inflation rate at 26.7%. Is that a story?
According to MBS.
Is that a story?
According to MBS. And I'm sure you also understand that inflation rate is not completely determined by the states. Are you aware? But you see, according to that, wait.
Inflation rate determines the cost of living.
I'm going to answer you. I'm sure you're also aware that particular MBS said that Oyo State is the 3rd largest contributor to national VAT. You know the meaning of that?
How does that affect the people, the socio-economic reality of the people of Oyo State?
Simple. Let me tell you where we are coming from, and I tell you where we are now.
I just gave you a data that directly affect the people's life.
I just gave a data that also affect people's life.
No, it does not.
It actually does. Let me tell you how it does. You didn't tell me how yours does, but I'll tell you how mine does. Now, it means that in Oyo State, there are businesses that are booming. People are able to do their businesses. There's transaction. There's exchange of values. And what this means is that you're able to contribute more to VAT at national level.
Why does it not reflect in the people's life?
It is reflecting.
In a state that has been credited to be one of the leading states in agriculture.
In VAT generation.
In agriculture.
Yes.
Why should we have our state as number 4 in the country?
Okay, so
with highest food inflation.
No. See, you know, Okiki. Let's do it this way. Let us not make it chaotic.
You're talking about narrative.
Wait.
Infrastructural wise.
Make it chaotic. Ask your questions. Then give me time to answer your questions.
Infrastructural wise.
Ask your question now.
Or your light project.
Or your light up project. It's not light project.
Or your light up project. Would you agree?
Would
you agree that it's a failed project?
It is not a failed project. It is never a failed project.
Make your case.
As a matter of fact, yesterday evening, I went home quite very late. I went home to the wee hours of this morning. I told that many places I went to last night, there was, and the street lights project was actually very on.
In
plenty areas.
Give us areas.
From Agodi to Bodija to Challenge to Ring Road to Elebu. Those are my major areas.
Is it Ibadan light up project or Oyo State light up project?
Yes. I'm going to answer you. Now, I don't stay in Oyo. I don't stay in Ogbomosho. I don't stay in all of these areas. I'll tell you where I can stay. For example,
but you are the PRO. You should have information.
Let's take it easy. I stay at Ologuneru, and I can tell you for a fact that as at last night 10 p.m., as at last night when I was going out, the light was still on. When I was going back home around 1 a.m., the light was still on. Number one. Also, let me tell you about this light up project. See, we will not come here and tell you that we've scored A1 in everything. But of course, one of the things you cannot take from our government is what they call sincerity of purpose. We will not come and tell, okay, for example, the governor came out and tell himself that we could have done better with the Agbowo shopping complex project. You remember?
Yes.
We could have done well with that.
That's also another failed project.
It's not a failure. It is not. See, that we say that we can do better in this particular area does not mean that we have failed. It means that we are responsible.
He has not done anything with the Agbowo project.
We are responsible.
He said he was going to modernize it. Nothing has been done. It's a moribund.
Responsibility is the fact that we were saying that we were supposed to do this. We did not do it. We were supposed to do it. We are taking responsibility that we can be better. And this is why.
Who was prosecuted? Who was prosecuted for the failure of Agbowo?
Of course, the contractor has to file with CFCC. Are you aware that the contractor has a file with CFCC? I'm not going to mention his name here because already in court. You don't expect the government to tell you that this guy is in court.
Yeah, of
because
course.
Project.
In
fact, in case you don't know, Agbo Shopping Complex is called a BOOT project, Build, Own, Operate and Transfer project. Actually, so it's not completely a PPP project actually, and same with very many other projects and infrastructure you have in this state.
Trans amusement park.
Let me tell you where you're coming from. Okiki. Where you're coming from is the fact that in this state, and I've said it everywhere, and I'm looking for somebody that will come and controvert it. In this state, the 96 months of the APC that we inherited government from, in 96 months, 8 years, they did not construct up to 100 kilometers of state.
Okay, so I can fact check you right now, here and now.
Fact check me.
So according to my research,
yes.
The APC government you're referring to is late Abiola Jumobi.
Yes, 8 years, 96 months. Tell me the route.
They constructed up to 600 kilometers of road.
That is not true.
That is true.
That is not true. That is not true. State road, that is not true. Michael Ogishino said it, quotes me anywhere. What you just said to us is a lie.
No, it's not a lie.
It is a lie.
I'm going
to lie to your state people. Don't lie.
No.
Don't lie.
I'm going to bring out the facts now.
Wait. Bring out the facts. Let me tell you the facts. The fact is that in about 8 years, in 96 months, they did not do up to 100 kilometers of state road. And what they now actually have is they have a lot of roads that were haphazardly done at local government level. But with Governor Seyi Makinde, what have we done? Over 700 kilometers done complete and ongoing. If they say they have done state road, we are in this state together in Okeogun. They did Iseyin to Iseyin, a road that leads to nowhere, right? In Ibadan, they did LA to Dube. They did what other one in Ibadan? They helped to finish the one Akala was finishing. Akala was building. They left a lot of road. Please fact check me. So, and this is the truth. And I'm saying that when we are coming to, so when it comes to infrastructure, no governor, please quote me anywhere. I said it too. No governor has done better than Governor Seyi Makinde.
Ibadan Rural Road was promised by Governor Makinde in 2023.
Yes.
And then
he told them that in the road that he will not come for the campaigns until that road is completed.
He said he was going to deliver it in 1 year.
No, that road, as I speak to you today, that road that got into Alako village, which means that the remaining part is just 35 kilometers of road. We have done 76 kilometers of road. We have done 65 kilometers of road. Is it 35 kilometers will not finish? I can tell you for a fact that before this administration winds up, we will finish the Rural Road. We will campaign on that particular road.
The state of primary healthcare centers in Oyo State?
Another beautiful question. But 251.
Before you answer that, let's go on a quick commercial.
All right, that's fine.
88.7 FM.
èwo ni ká fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ àtàbí múra ká mọ̀ káyà òkè ká fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ládàá ní mọ́kà tàbí mọ̀dínà kó wá mọ̀ tún jẹ́ láṣẹ pé lẹ́yìn owó gọbọi iléeṣẹ́ Akimabo travels and tours ní kẹ́ẹ̀jẹ́ àjọ bádòwòpọ̀ kájọ sàràfà ohun tó dá mi lójú ni mò ń sọ bí ìdínlá. ẹ má jẹ́ wọ́n gbé yín lámbà. fúnṣẹ́ àjà ti múra aláṣẹ pé pẹ̀lú ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ bí iléeṣẹ́ Akimabo travels and tours bá làwọn dáṣọ fún ni tọ́run wọn ni ẹ wò ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run la fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ ẹbí àjọ alálàájì nákànléèrè àtàwọn alárànfà wa lọ́dọọdún aníwèé ẹ̀rí àyátà.
gbogbo àyè tẹ́ ti gba ládà àti làádà lápò yín dé.
oúnjẹ tó dúró re. ibùgbé tó súnmọ́ haram ẹ lè sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀ tàbí lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà torí pé ọ̀rọ̀ hajj ti kú òǹtà àtijọ́ o gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilẹ̀ Saudi ti fi lélẹ̀.
ẹ kàn sí wa
ní OTM Islamic Center opposite Ohun Hospital New Ife Road Ìbàdàn tàbí OTF Central Mosque Bolúwàjí Lagos Ìbàdàn Expressway
08032848410 08055447258.
Akimabo Ajam Umrah experience with ease, comfort.
This is a clarion call to all citizens of Oyo State that it is high time we took up the gauntlet and liberate our dear state from pretenders and usurpers in politics who are bent on running our dear Oyo State aground politically, economically, and historically. For the sake of our collective future and the memory of our golden past built and labored for by our forebears, their efforts made us the pacesetter state among the rest. Now is the time to rescue Oyo State. It is a collective task of all, wherever we may be on the surface of earth. Join the movement that means well for the people of Oyo State, whether rich or poor. Join Oriyomi Grassroots Mobilizer on www.oriyomigrassrootsmobilizers.com.ng. Again, www.oriyomigrassrootsmobilizers.com.ng. All your enquiries will be attended to, and we also welcome your comments. Let's join hands together, because together we can do it. OGM, Voice of the People, is the voice of God.
ẹni tó bá dákẹ́ tara rẹ̀ á bá dákẹ́ látọjọ́ ó ti jáde léèwé ló ti ń wáṣẹ́ káàkiri ó tiẹ̀ gbìyànjú iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ èyí tí wọn náà lè dádúró tó sì lọ́dọ̀ lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la. Deputy Catering School ló rán mi sí yín o gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ wọ̀nyí tẹ̀ ṣe jáde léèwé tẹ̀ ń wáṣẹ́ tẹ̀ lè ṣe ẹ má bọ̀ tààrà ní Deputy Catering School níbi tí wọ́n ti ń kọ́ ní bá a ṣe lè so oríṣiríṣi oúnjẹ oríṣiríṣi búrẹ́dì oríṣiríṣi àkàrà òyìnbó. Deputy Catering School wà ní General Gas nílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn. ìyẹn nìkan kọ́ o ẹni tó fẹ́ ra oúnjẹ àdídùn tó fẹ́ ṣe oúnjẹ àdídùn fún ìnáwó rẹ̀ ibikíbi jákèjádò Nàìjíríà ní Deputy ṣetán láti wá bá yín ṣayẹyẹ yín tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe. kódà bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí bá tiẹ̀ lẹ́ni tí ó dáná oúnjẹ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní nǹkan láti lò gbogbo nǹkan wọ̀nyí ló wà ní Deputy Kitchen láti fi rent fún yín tẹ́sì dá padà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lò tán pẹ̀lú owó péréte. Deputy Catering School tó wà ní General Gas nílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn wọ́n máa ṣetán láti gba ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ wọ̀nyí pẹ̀lú owó péréte láti wá kọ́ bá a ṣe ṣe ohun gbogbo tẹ́nu jẹ. Deputy Catering School tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ máa wá lójoojúmọ́ tàbẹ́ tí ẹ fẹ́ máa gbé bẹ̀ ààyè lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wà ní Deputy Catering School nìbàdàn ẹ máa bọ̀ tààrà ní Deputy Catering School nọ́mbà wọn nìwọ̀nyí 080 60 30 60 74 080 60 30 60 74 tàbí 091 6641 9118 091 6641 9118.
Akidibo 88.7 FM.
Welcome back. So, I told you I was going to bring out the evidence for I say 600 kilometers. I'm even saying something else here, more than that. So this is the nations, all right? August 30, 2015. Ajumobi's aid defends construction of 800 roads. And the first paragraph says, a former commissioner of works in your state, Mr. Bimbo Kolade, has disclosed that within 2011 and 2015, a total of 800 kilometers of road were constructed by the Abiola Ajumobi-led administration. So that's just to say the record
that's
straight.
not true. No. Let's local government road. I said road.
You said
Ajumobi did not do 100 kilometers of state road in this state. I said it.
Let's go to the healthcare. What's the state?
So let me tell you what we inherited of healthcare. This morning on TikTok Live, somebody sent me a video this morning on TikTok Live of a certain incident that happened at a popular hospital here in Oyo State. I don't want to comment on it now because it's
you should comment.
It's infuriating. It's also very annoying because for me,
is infuriating to who?
I am an
to you or the people of Oyo State.
I'm an advocate against any kind of abuse. I hate abuse, and for the fact that the person who was advocating a particular video had to abuse a woman was a very turn off for me, a huge turn off. But let's look at the fact of that particular matter. Let me tell you.
You are doing selective analysis.
No. So
this is selective analysis.
Let me answer your question. No, take it easy. Let me answer your question.
Because now anybody in that situation would be angry if you were in that situation.
With a woman. I will not harass a woman.
Would you be infuriated?
I will not harass a woman.
We can separate his action.
No matter. No, we cannot. We
can separate his reaction.
No.
But
did you hear what doctor said before he left?
Would you be infuriated?
You cannot really distinguish between personality and character. It is very always
the life of a family member, of a relative, is on the line. And you went to an hospital. You didn't meet a doctor. What would you do?
Let's look at the issues. Again, don't forget that just last year, I didn't say it too. APC government in last year they gave out 36 million naira. Is what they gave to the Ministry of Health for a whole year. Federal Ministry of Veterinary Liberty, 36 million naira. That's what they give. But you see, again, to the fact is that, but your state government has spent not less than about 8 to 12% of our annual budget on health.
What is the result?
I want to tell you.
The result was what we saw at the hospital.
That's not the result. That's not the result.
Result of
that is not
lack of infrastructure in healthcare centers.
My brother. Let me answer your
understaffing.
Question. Do you want to answer yourself?
Please go on.
And let me answer your question now. People can understand us. Now, so let me answer your question. When we came on board, there was about 351 primary healthcare centers in this state. More than 351. Sheyi Makinde administration has fixed more than 250. Please quote me. And I'm going to tell their locations. Just talk to your primary healthcare centers. And part of the things you did.
It's not about fixing.
Wait now. Part of the things you also do was to actually employ staffs. Enough staff to all of these hospitals.
Enough staff, like we saw in the case of Adeoye Maternity Hospital.
But let me tell you the situation that we have as a country.
Enough staff. I had somebody that went to Ojo Primary Healthcare Center this morning. They didn't meet a doctor. Enough staff.
Let me answer your question, my brother.
How many of these healthcare centers do you visit?
Take it easy. Take it easy.
When last did you visit one?
Take it easy. I don't know if I can say this on here, but I'm going to say it. My wife gave birth on Saturday.
Okay, at where?
At the maternity.
Okay.
At the maternity.
So that's,
as a matter of fact, wait.
You're probably
wait. They did not know it was even my wife because I wasn't around. So I'm telling you that a doctor attended to my wife.
So that's your truth.
Gave us, we
were not there.
No, I can. There are witnesses. There are a lot of witnesses.
Well, that's your truth.
I don't want to mention names, but there are Gidigbo staff who are witnesses.
Well,
I don't want to mention names.
We've also given you one case.
Number two, wait.
I had a sister. My sister went to Ojo Primary Health Center.
Let me tell you.
There was no doctor there.
Let me tell you. Few days ago.
How many times did doctor visit?
Take it easy, my brother. Let me ask you a question. Few days ago, I had to do something at a very popular private hospital. I don't want to mention the area too. It's the major hospital in particular like this. And I got there, asked after a doctor friend who knows my medical records, and said, where is this guy? And then they said he has relocated. Virtually every medical person in this country wants to get out. How is that the hostel problem? Now people want to see greener pastures because the APC government, the Tinubu administration, has put the country in a dire mess, in a quagmire that everybody wants to get out of this country.
Well, people may not agree with you,
including our medical personality, our medical staffs. Let me tell you the situation we have. Let me tell you, in 2023 when we came, we had a special recruitment for the primary health care board and the hospital management board. Oyo state government under Governor Seyi Makinde actually recruited nurses and doctors. But what did we have? Many of them today, they have relocated to
statistics.
Ghana. So I'm saying that you cannot doubt what I'm saying. You cannot doubt it because you're not in government. I'm in government. So if I say something, you have to bring.
I'm a media personnel.
Okay, bring me a proof. I want to put it to you.
And we see these things happen. I just give you an example you couldn't defend.
Where?
I mentioned Ojo Primary Care Center.
And I just told
there
you
was
about
no doctor
primary
there.
center. I just told about Adele maternity. I told you about what
we saw one that happened recently.
I told you
no doctor was around. That's two examples.
Let me tell you. Today in Ibadan, in Oyo State, the best nursing home today is Jericho Nursing Home.
Well, that's by your judgment. By your judgment.
No. See.
That's by your judgment.
When I started this,
if we open the phone lines now,
when I started this conversation this evening, I told you that
if we open the phone lines now, you would hear a different story.
Don't be pedestrian and don't be primordial. I told you when I started. Please let us forget parochial, primordial, and conversations.
No, this is logic.
No, let's explain the facts to the people.
Well, we've been given facts all day.
Nobody can doubt the fact that Seyi Makinde has invested so much in primary healthcare center. Nobody can doubt the fact that our state hospitals are better off than it was before Seyi Makinde. Nobody can doubt the fact that our healthcare system in Oyo State has improved greatly under Governor Seyi Makinde. Nobody can doubt the fact that Oyo State Hospital Management Board under Akinfagbemi perform exponentially well. I saw the fact that we were training and retraining our teachers. Also saw to the fact that our medical personnel were thoroughly trained and they behaved properly to the people.
That's
to the patients.
That's your judgment.
I'm saying that from Adeoyo
that's
to
your
Jericho
judgment.
I'm telling you the facts.
No. Facts that cannot be proven. Fact.
Okay, so let's prove it.
Fact that cannot be. No, let's move on. We have other questions. We have other questions. So you were talking about using the structure of PDP,
yes,
right? For APM. How do you want to for a party APM that really does not have structure? For which you want to borrow a structure? How do you want to deal with opposition parties?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I can tell you for a fact, without mentioning what categorically, without fear of contradiction, that there is nothing corruption on your state.
Please give me that pool. Give me that pool. There is a. You said there is no. What about APC?
They have been annexed.
Accord?
They are not. Accord is not a problem.
All right. So I'm going to show you a poll now from your camp. All right. There is a thought force rising.
I love this.
Right. So this poll was conducted by someone from your camp online for every.
From our camp.
Yeah, from your camp. So I don't want to mention names, but from your camp. All right. So there is for every online poll that holds, there is a particular name that wins, and this person is from Accord. He always wins the election. From someone from your camp. This was just about 2 weeks ago. All right, and this took place for like 1 week. Okay. This is Oriyomi Hamzat Accord, 58%.
Just
so let's see all that results.
No.
Let's see all that results.
The reason I said we should pause that poll.
Okay.
Please pause. Please go back to the figures.
So this is just to establish that there is. It's to establish that there are other political parties.
My brother, in my area alone, the votes that the person I'm talking about here has 510 votes. In my area alone, with 30 polling units in my community, we will have about 5,000, 6,000 votes. Baba, how can you say that social media? Peter Obi was winning online.
No.
Peter Obi won online.
We are not talking about winning. We are not talking about winning.
It's about online.
No, we are not talking about winning. You said that there is no. As far as you are concerned, there are no political parties in yours, and I'm saying that.
As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to re-elections, and I'm serious, when it comes to see, let me tell you something today, Okiki. There is what wows, WOWS, and there is what works. What works is the fact that APM will win on your state. It is a fact.
That's your verdict. You can't prove. You can't prove prosperity as fact.
No, because who
does that?
You know why? You know why we will win. Let me tell you why we will win.
You can't prove.
Because the only thing you have to do is to find a way to link Governor Seyi Makinde and the success to our candidates, and that's all.
Okay, so before we go, we want to open our phone lines for primary healthcare centers. People want to call in to share their experience.
I'm here.
So you can call in 07041001887.
Hello.
On primary healthcare center. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
good afternoon. Where are you calling from?
Hello, I'm Baka from Ibadan.
Okay. On primary healthcare center, quick one.
Assaulting the doctors that were claimed not to be in Adeoyo hospital.
Okay.
For me, I don't see it to be true. I am a patient. I'm a nursing mother.
We saw a video. We saw a video. That's an evidence. All right. So next call. Do we have a call? All right. So for what's Omitutu 3.0? Quick one. So we are almost running out of time. Omitutu 3.0.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from? Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, concerning the maternity.
Your name and where you're calling from? Okay. For Omitism 3.0, for a governor who does not believe in godfatherism, is this not a path towards godfatherism?
Okay, so let me tell you something. One of the men I respect most in my life is Doremi Hamzat.
Okay.
And I love him so much. He knows I love him. He's my very good elder brother.
So answer the question.
Now I want to answer your question. He's not my godfather, but I consider him as a leader. When it comes to broker profession, one of the persons that should ask questions and say, call me, shall I for me? Is who? Doremi Hamzat. You cannot say you are doing modern broadcast, digital broadcast in 2026. I know your state and you don't consider people like Doremi Hamzat. Does that make him my godfather? Leadership is not the same as godfatherism. Leadership is mentorship.
This is one person saying he wants to give you a successor.
No, Makinde has never said it anywhere that I want to give your state a successor. He has said that I will present my candidate, our candidate, for the people of Oyo State, and that's what we have done. So Oyo State people have a choice. They have a choice February 6, 2026 to vote for the continuation of good governance or choose to go backward. But I can tell you that our people in Oyo State are smart, they are intelligent, they love Seyi Makinde, and they will continue on the Omitutu project.
You are saying they will continue.
I'm certain 100%.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Michael.
Certain.
Thank you, Mr. Michael, for coming to coming to our studios, Kulamban Studios.
Thank you, my brother. I love you so much.
I love you too.
You speak so very well.
Thank you.
And I like your haircut.
Thank you. This shall be the size of the package on today's edition of The Quest. Same time, same station. Next week, God willing.
Thank you.